Welcome back, dads, to another episode with me talking about the problem with the hustle culture today. I think it's not the best for us to try and learn from or try and do the hustle culture and the hustle in that sense. And today I want to explain why I think or why I have a problem with it, and why I think it can't work for us dads, because I think a lot of people want to try and do the hustle and work the hustle life. And a lot of times the side hustle is also like a lot of intense hours and intense work. And today I want to share my thoughts with you, and also look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comments below. So here it goes. Yeah, I think the last years I've seen more and more conversations about the hustle culture, and it popped up as such a big thing, and everybody on YouTube has to talk about it, and apparently so do I. But a lot of people share the enthusiasm of it and the spirit of helping each other to hustle, and I think it's so interesting because a lot of not even 20-year-olds talk about it. And I think it's just funny to me that 16 to 18-year-olds are out on YouTube saying like they live the hustle life, and they are hustling to start their business. And what does that actually mean, though? I mean, in the end, they're saying that they don't have a social life. They are saying that they don't do anything besides pretty much eat, sleep, and work. And it's pretty much a workaholic lifestyle that they just make cool as a culture in itself. And I think it definitely works for young men mostly. I've seen it mostly with young men that they're happy and excited about it. I mean, I also was more and more part of it, and now I'm not so much anymore because I think the hustle culture just doesn't get you the every place in life, because in the end, life is not just work. And if you don't know why you're working and why you're hustling, then it's pretty worthless to just put in effort and that blindly. It makes more sense. So one thing is, life is not just work. I think it's way more than that. Life is also about starting a family or having social interaction. That is important for life. And so I think that means that the hustle culture is already neglecting that part. I think the second part is that I've been talking about in my other video about marathon and sprints. I think when you're hustling, you're sprinting through life, and you're trying to get as fast as possible to A or B, to your goal, to the next goal. And I think that works for a short amount of time, but it sure doesn't work for a long time, because it just isn't made or isn't built to last. And I think that is an even more important idea. And I'm coming out of the forestry world, out of the forests, and the first lesson we learned there is that everything takes time, and it's about systems more than it is about fastness or speed in a sense. So that's part of the problem, I think. The other part is that we don't even have the time anymore to put into the hustle culture, because it means you're constantly working, which doesn't work if you have other responsibilities. And therefore, it also is not possible for us dads to do that and to work on that. And I think another part is, just because you're busy and just because you're hustling doesn't mean that you're getting somewhere either. And I think that's the biggest part of it. It's sometimes, the statement "slow and steady wins the race" is true for most things, because if you're slow and steady, it means that you're consistent. And consistency is a good first starting ground. But you can also be consistent in the hustle. That means you can be consistent in the constantly and fast or that you can be fast and doing a lot. But sometimes it also means in the end that you do the wrong things and you run so fast that by the time you notice that it was wrong, you're too far gone. And I think that's, for me at least, also a big influence on the subject, that I think I would rather take my time, be only half as fast, but for that, way more efficient, way more productive, and goal-oriented, that I do the thing that matters. That's why I'm also talking about doing the thing that matters a lot on this channel, because it means that we think about before we actually do it. And that's just so important to me, because just because we're doing something doesn't mean that we're doing the right thing. And I mean, growing on YouTube and growing the YouTube channel is not, it's mainly about putting out YouTube videos, but it's also more than that. You need to have a really good thumbnail, and you need to come up with a good title and a good idea. And just because you put out 100 videos doesn't mean that you'll be successful with it. And so I think you can hustle and film and film and film and film, and then in the end not be able to edit them. And therefore, like, what did it matter? Like, why? Like, you have a lot of uncut videos on your computer, or even if you publish them, but your thumbnails are just bad. It doesn't excuse the the hustle, or it doesn't bring any fruit from the hustle. And so I think that's just a big thing where I'm like, I think it's more important that we sit down, think about what we're doing, make us a plan, and build a system that works for us, rather than just be busy and just hustle, because that doesn't get us far. I hope that this video brought you some more value and was interesting to you. Please leave some comments down below. I'm happy to hear from you, and I'll see you in this next video.